The long-held vision of a fully autonomous business, powered by a tireless, intelligent AI workforce. It's no longer just a distant fantasy, it's unfolding right now.
And this deep dive is all about understanding how. We'll explore the breakthroughs that are fundamentally reshaping the rules of business. It's pretty wild, actually.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're plunging into a fascinating guide on building an autonomous company with an AI workforce. Our focus will be on the groundbreaking capabilities coming out of the AI platform, Lindy.
Yeah, our mission is to kind of peel back the layers and understand what truly makes this so revolutionary. We'll see how complex AI is becoming remarkably simple to deploy, dig into some high-impact use cases, and trace the clear path to a truly autonomous business.
We'll also unpack essential best practices, common pitfalls to avoid, and what this all means for your competitive edge, not in years, but really in the months immediately ahead. Okay, so let's unpack this concept of a Macintosh moment for AI agents. The source provocatively states that the world of AI agents was, until recently, stuck in what it calls terminal days. What exactly was holding it back?
Right, there were essentially two significant barriers. First, it was just too complex for anyone who wasn't, a seasoned engineer. You needed deep programming skills, intricate knowledge of APIs, and maybe we should clarify, an API is just a standard way for different software programs to talk to each other.
Okay,
It was a high technical hurdle.
so a big barrier to entry for most businesses then.
Precisely. And the second problem was what they call a walled garden issue. AI agents existed, sure, but they were largely confined to their own isolated environments. They couldn't easily interact with the messy, real-world tools and systems that businesses actually rely on every single day.
Right, like they couldn't just open a spreadsheet or use a custom internal tool.
Exactly. Think of a sophisticated AI agent that couldn't even do something basic like that.
And Lindy claims to solve both of these foundational problems. What are their two core breakthroughs that make this possible?
Okay, so breakthrough number one is what they've named the conversational agent builder. The source likens it to a Star Trek computer. You, the user, simply tell it what you want the AI to do, in plain English, and it constructs the entire system for you.
Wow,
No code, just intent.
that sounds almost impossibly simple. Could you give us an example from the guide that really brings this to life?
Absolutely. Imagine this. Building a powerful LinkedIn outreach agent with just a single natural language prompt. Something like, when I send you a message with a LinkedIn profile, I want you to send them a DM on LinkedIn asking if they would be interested in AI agent services. Tailor your DM to the person's profile. Use computer use to send a DM on LinkedIn. That's literally it.
No complex setup or anything?
No workflow diagrams, no API configurations, just
Yeah.
a clear instruction.
And this computer use mentioned in the prompt,
Yeah,
that leads us to the second breakthrough, doesn't it?
it does. Yep. Feature two is the universal adapter, or as they term it, computer use. This is where it gets truly transformative. It gives your AI agent a virtual mouse and keyboard.
Okay, explain that. Like, it actually simulates clicks and typing.
Exactly. Think of it. The AI can literally click, type, navigate websites, and interact with any application on your computer, just like a human operator would.
So this means it can essentially operate any application or website, even old, clunky legacy systems, completely bypassing those incredibly expensive enterprise integration costs that businesses often face, like the staggering $100,000 plus fees often charged for integrating EMR systems in healthcare. This just sidesteps that entire problem.
And it can even be more reliable sometimes than those often brittle, predefined API connections, APIs can break or change.
This computer use feature sounds like it truly breaks down barriers. Beyond the practical benefits, what's the core insight here about how businesses will now approach AI deployment? Is it that AI is finally democratized, moving beyond just a niche engineering tool?
Absolutely. The true insight is exactly that, the democratization of AI. It's no longer just about what AI can theoretically do, but who can now actually deploy it. This shifts AI from being a specialized IT project to a direct business lever accessible to, well, virtually anyone. It fundamentally accelerates adoption and innovation across the board.
With these foundational pieces in place, the immediate question for any business leader is, okay, where do we start? Where can these digital employees make the most immediate high-impact difference? The guy highlights two powerful use cases right out of the gate.
First up is the perfect employee customer support agent. This directly tackles those well-known headaches like high monthly costs, often $12,000 plus per human agent, right, plus inconsistent service quality and the constant struggle with staffing issues.
Yeah, churn and training.
Exactly. This AI agent performs 200/7, consistently checking Shopify orders, processing Stripe refunds, or accessing deep knowledge bases for instant answers. No breaks needed.
Its greatest strength is described as perfect consistency. Once configured, it executes flawlessly, thousands of times in a row, without variation, without vacation requests,
Right.
and certainly without any performance slumps. It just
Yeah.
does the job perfectly, every time.
Then there's the multi-channel sales agent. This acts as a tireless sales development rep, or SDR, orchestrating incredibly sophisticated outreach campaigns. It's quite something.
A tireless SDR. I can see the appeal.
I mean, think about it. A sales development rep that never sleeps, never forgets to follow up, and handles rejection with, well, zero emotional fallout.
Hmm.
That alone is a game changer for sales teams struggling with burnout and just the sheer volume.
And it's not just basic outreach, is it? It's more complex.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This agent can execute a complete multi-step sequence that's practically impossible for a human to manage manually at scale. A personalized LinkedIn DM, then perhaps an email 12 hours later, even automated phone calls or SMS messages for a true multi-channel presence.
Wow.
And beyond initial outreach, it handles advanced pipeline management, monitoring replies, qualifying interest based on the response, checking calendar availability, and even scheduling meetings directly.
Okay.
Plus, there's this really cool feature called the Lost Deal Nurturer. It intelligently re-engages old prospects when, say, new features or offerings might solve their original objection. It's like having an always-on memory for every single past sales conversation. So we've talked about what these agents can do, but how does this transformation ultimately benefit the human teams already in place? Is it about replacing them, or is it more about empowering them?
That's the critical question, isn't it?
Mm.
And the guide is really clear on this. It's about freeing human staff from those relentlessly repetitive, often, frankly, soul-crushing tasks. Imagine human customer support agents no longer drowning in basic password resets or order status checks.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, they're focusing on complex problem-solving, building genuine customer relationships, or even proactively identifying new business opportunities from those interactions. It's about elevating human work to higher value, more strategic functions.
The guide describes building an AI agent not as a one-and-done task, but as an iterative evolutionary process. You start simple, and then you level up through 5 clear stages. How does that progression work? Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of like a video game for your business processes. You start at level 1, which is basic functionality, say, sending that personalized LinkedIn DM we talked about.
Okay.
Then you move to level 2, where the agent starts handling replies and engaging in basic two-way conversation, maybe just acknowledging receipt or answering a simple question.
Got it. At level 3, you introduce tool integration, like allowing it to access your Google Calendar to check availability before suggesting meeting times.
And level 4 takes it even further beyond just one platform, right? It starts connecting things.
Exactly. Level 4 means it learns to communicate across various channels, email, phone, SMS. It becomes truly multimodal, choosing the right channel, perhaps.
Okay.
And finally, level 5, that's where it develops a complex brain, quote unquote, with sophisticated conditional workflows. It can make nuanced, almost human-like decisions based on the situation.
After this multi-stage evolution, these agents can become incredibly powerful digital employees.
Yeah.
The guide mentions roles like a chief of staff agent, managing multiple business functions, a CRM manager, acting as the central brain for all your customer knowledge, or a specialized recruitment agent doing automated headhunting.
And then we reach a concept that, frankly, kind of blew my mind when I first read it. The hive mind capability.
Whoa.
Whoa. Imagine scaling instantly to handle, like, a billion queries or tasks.
A billion. How?
This isn't just a single tireless agent anymore. It's a swarm. Dozens, even hundreds of specialized subagents working in parallel, all orchestrated by one main agent. It's like instant, on-demand task force deployment. It really is a moment of wonder when you think about the scale.
The recruiting swarm example really illustrates this well. A main orchestrator agent identifies, say, 20 potential candidates
Right.
and instantly creates 20 individual subagents. Each of those subagents then handles the entire end-to-end recruitment process for one specific candidate: screening, outreach, scheduling, the works.
Yeah, turning tasks that would take human teams hours, maybe days, into mere minutes. It's massive parallel processing.
So when we talk about these agent swarms, this hive mind approach, what's the single biggest benefit for a business? Is it just speed?
It's massive parallel processing power, enabling completion of large, complex tasks incredibly fast, speed and scale combined.
This incredible progression naturally leads us to the ultimate, perhaps once futuristic goal,
Yeah.
the fully autonomous company. The guide provocatively suggests this isn't just a dream anymore. Is that truly within reach now?
It absolutely is, according to the source. And the key is adopting what they call a Factorio mindset. For those listening who might not know, Factorio is this strategy game about building complex automated factories.
By optimizing everything.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Applying that here means viewing your entire business as a dynamic, interconnected system. You map out every workflow, identify every bottleneck, every repetitive task, and then you strategically deploy AI agents to streamline or entirely eliminate those constraints.
So you're basically engineering your business for maximum autonomous efficiency, just like optimizing a production line in that game.
Precisely.
And a truly autonomous company must fundamentally automate its two core functions, getting customers and then serving those customers.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Right. So top-of-funnel automation involves AI agents handling things like content creation, social media management, SEO optimization, maybe even video distribution, all the stuff that gets customers in the virtual door.
Right.
Then bottom-of-funnel involves agents handling customer support, order processing, billing, refunds, and all aspects of customer success and retention.
And the guide states this isn't some aspirational 5-year plan, which is what you might expect. It says the first truly autonomous companies are on a 12-month horizon. That feels incredibly fast.
It is fast. The formula they propose is quite simple, but really powerful. Distribution, which is getting customers, plus fulfillment, which is serving customers, equals a complete autonomous business.
So the human involvement shifts dramatically.
Yeah, it becomes a strategic choice, a point of high-value intervention rather than an operational necessity for every single step in the process.
So what's the biggest implication here for human roles in the business world moving forward? What does that shift look like?
Humans will overwhelmingly focus on high-level strategy and complex decision-making rather than just operational necessity. The grunt work gets automated.
It all sounds incredibly promising, maybe a bit daunting too. As with any powerful new technology, there's an operator's manual of crucial best practices and common pitfalls. What are the most significant warnings the guide issues? Where do businesses typically go wrong when first implementing this level of automation?
Yeah, the guide is very clear about avoiding common mistakes. Big ones are over-automating too quickly without proper planning and testing. Insufficient human oversight, you can't just, set it and forget it entirely, especially early on.
Right.
Ignoring crucial legal and compliance requirements is another big one. And of course, poor error handling what happens when the agent gets stuck or makes a mistake. I mean, honestly, I still wrestle with prompt drift myself sometimes.
Oh, good.
Yeah, where an AI agent can subtly deviate from its original instructions over time. It happens. So understanding these pitfalls is absolutely key to success. That vulnerability, understanding the limits, is important.
And on the technical side, what are the most effective best practices for implementation? How do you build this right?
Well, a hybrid approach for platform integration is recommended. Use APIs when they're available and stable. They're often efficient. But definitely deploy computer use for all those legacy systems or platforms without good API access or where APIs are too limited.
Okay.
Security and access management are absolutely crucial. Things like dedicated accounts for agents, not using employee logins, plus robust audit logs so you know what the agent did.
Makes sense.
And for performance optimization, definitely leverage those agent swarms we talked about for high volume parallel processing. Don't try to make one agent do everything, as speed is critical.
And this isn't just theoretical, right? The blueprint is already being used across different industries.
Oh yeah. Healthcare is using it to bypass those infamous 6-figure EMR integration fees. E-commerce is achieving, in some cases, near-complete operational automation for fulfillment and support. And professional services are scaling knowledge work by automating tasks like drafting proposals or initial contract management steps. So if you had to pick one, what's the single most crucial aspect of careful implementation when diving into this? What's rule number 1?
Start simple. Achieve some quick, tangible wins to build momentum and understanding, and always maintain strong human oversight, especially initially, for quality control and learning. Let's talk about the economic impact and the potential ROI here. The numbers presented in the guide are incredibly compelling.
They really are. We're talking massive cost reduction possibilities, often $12,000 plus monthly savings just in customer support per agent replaced or augmented, maybe 40–60% cost reduction in sales development activities, and potentially 90% plus savings in areas like basic content creation. And beyond just savings, There's significant revenue generation possible through scaled, perfectly consistent outreach campaigns that just weren't feasible for human teams to execute manually at that level.
And the competitive advantage window.
Mm.
This is what really struck me. The guide explicitly states it's measured in months, not years.
Yeah.
Early adopters stand to gain significantly within just months, 1 to 6. By year 2, 3, AI-first operations are no longer a nice-to-have advantage. They become a competitive necessity just to keep up.
And the guide even lays out a potential 4-week launch plan, like a concrete path to get started. Week 1, you build a simple single-task agent, maybe that LinkedIn DM sender.
Okay.
Week 2, you add some conditional logic, maybe integrate a second tool like the calendar. Week 3, you expand to cross-platform integration, perhaps adding email follow-up. And by week 4, you're experimenting with those agent swarms for a high-volume task.
So the overarching message is clear. Start small, but start now, and then iterate rapidly.
Exactly. Learn by doing.
The bottom line from the source is crystal clear. The autonomous revolution starts now. It's truly no longer some distant vision on the horizon.
And success in this new landscape seems to boil down to 4 key principles they highlight. First, start simple, then iterate. Second, maintain human oversight. Third, build systems, not just point solutions. And crucially, fourth, act with urgency.
What's the most urgent message for businesses considering this shift right now? If they take one thing away, what should it be?
Act now, or risk falling significantly behind your competitors. The window of opportunity for a major advantage is closing faster than many people realize.
So just to recap the big ideas here. The dream of the autonomous business is now a tangible reality, largely thanks to breakthroughs like conversational AI agent builders and this powerful computer use feature, which enables automation even without traditional, often complex API integrations.
Right. This allows incredibly powerful AI agents to handle everything from really consistent customer support to sophisticated multi-channel sales outreach. And these agents can evolve, becoming more capable, even forming sophisticated hive minds or swarms, capable of handling massive workloads in parallel. For businesses, you really need to adopt a kind of systems thinking approach to identify opportunities and, frankly, act with some urgency.
So what does this all mean for you, our listener? The guide poses a pretty provocative question. The question is no longer if this transformation will happen, but whether you will choose to lead it or be forced to play catch-up.
That's quite a thought.
Yeah, it really makes you think. Consider your own business processes right now. Where is that one repetitive task, that stubborn bottleneck that maybe an AI agent could just make disappear, or at least significantly reduce?
It feels like a fundamental shift in how businesses are going to operate and scale going forward. The future isn't coming. It seems it's profoundly already here, being built right now. Absolutely. Well, thanks for deep diving with us today. We hope this gave you plenty to mull over, maybe some ideas to explore.
Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring.